लाल दे
रंग लगाया त लाल दे
तन मोले ओ हथ
मन तन मोले ओ अदनु
नाई छाव
सुके नाई छाव तू
हरिया हो
सगली रुचि हरिया होए
बसंत गोर मिले दे
सद बसंत गोर मिले दे रंग लगाया
It's the power of this place which draws thousands every day. With its surface reflecting purity and tranquility, this living monument is chiseled with the imprints of faith. Housing the corpus of philosophy and a holy scripture, whose teachings are followed by more than 25 million Sikhs worldwide and revered by billion others. This shrine is an ultimate abode for prayers, service for humanity, and atonement. Sri Harmandir Sahib has evolved a long way from its humble origin to one of the most revered and holiest shrines in the world today. Situated in the heart of Amritsar, one of India's historic city, the Grand Temple complex, which houses the Harmandir Sahib or Golden Temple, today is nestled in the maze of old buildings and modern bazaar. In fact, it is this holy pool which has given the city not just its distinct identity, but also its name. Also known as Ambarsar, literally meaning a pool of holy nectar.
It was told to the fourth Guru that, okay, so this is kind of a site, so you go, visit, look at the site, and make a new settlement there. So now, very interestingly, the fourth Guru, he just came to the site, had a look at the complete site, and wherein he found a one ridge, a one sacred pool, and the complete area that was surrounded by dense forest. So on one side of the ridge, he identified the sacred site of the city, and the other side of the ridge, you have the sacred pond.
So the fourth Guru, Guru Ramdas, was told, who was his son-in-law of the third Guru, that you move to another place which was then called Guru Ka Chak, the predecessor of Amritsar. Now, when he came here, he thought the land was not enough for setting up a new settlement, so he purchased more land for 700 rupees. And the beauty about this land was that there was a small pond. Because it was reputed to be of that miraculous power, the fourth Guru thought that we should conserve it.
The spot from where Guru Ram Das supervised the digging of pool, the Amritsaras, is one of the revered spots inside the Grand Sri Harmandir Sahib complex.
We get some fair good idea about how the city would have been in the Guru's time period, wherein you have the complete mud wall. There are a few sources which say that there was a mud wall surrounding the whole city. So that mud wall was actually attached to the Gurdwara Darshani Deodi, from where the fourth Guru used to sit and see the complete perspective of the site where he was thinking the complete Sachkhand will be made.
While the holy pool was built in the year 1577, it was fifth Sikh Guru and successor of Guru Ram Das, Guru Arjan Dev, who bricklined it 11 years later on December 15, 1588.
The fifth Guru conceived the idea of doing this, and this place is called the Sachkhand. Guru Nanak has himself described 5 levels of consciousness: Dharam Khand, Gyan Khand, Saram Khand, Karam Khand, and Sachkhand. And he says Sachkhand, at that level of consciousness, you can commune with God. So this place is called the Sachkhand. The the parts of the interior, the central place, Sanctum Sanctorum as it is called.
Just like Hinduism and Islam, the concept of water and water channels assumes great significance in Sikhism as well. The water channels at the entry of Gurudwara signify symbol of purity.
I personally think that apart from how beautiful it looks or the microclimate that it affects, it cools down reasonably, it is the acoustic also. Because when the Ragis sang the shabds inside, there were no microphones, no loudspeakers, and it is said that water carries the vibration much better across than just air.
गुरबानी में पानी को बहुत महत्व दिया गया है। पवन गुरु पानी पिता माता धरत महत। पानी के बिना कोई भी जीवित नहीं रह सकता। पहली बात तो ये है। अदरवाइज़ हमारे कल्चर में, इंडियन कल्चर में, इंडियन हिस्ट्री में जो डिस्टिंक्शन सी जो एक दूसरे का विरोधाभास था, उसको पानी भी एक सतल से नहीं था लेने देते। ये तो पहली बात तो है कि सिंबल ऑफ इक्वलिटी है। सेकंड, पानी हमारे लिए ये पवित्र जल है, आम पानी नहीं है। जो अमृत सरोवर है, अमृत सरोवर में वाणी का प्रभाव पाने के कारण हमें इसको बोलते हैं अमृत सरोवर। इसमें स्नान करने से हमें जो हमारी हौमे है वो ख़त्म होती है। जो हमारे पास हम आज सोचते हैं कि हम नीच जात के हैं, हम गरीब हैं, हम पछड़ी श्रेणी से संबंध रखते हैं, इसमें बराबर का संदेश देने के लिए जब कोई भी इसमें स्नान करेगा उसको एहसास होगा, गर्व महसूस होगा कि मैं भी इक्वल हूँ, मैं भी भगवान का पैदा किया हूँ।
Guru mentioned Pani as a Pita, so sacred, so near, so your own. Now when it is your own, you need to carry him, you need to have it along with all the things. So whenever you will look at the plan forms of all the Gurudwaras, they have brought me 4 types of forms. Along with, when I'm talking about the forms, it's a plan forms. And when the plan forms are seen, the water is actually an integrated part of the complete composition as far as the architectural vocabulary is concerned.
And holy pools or sarovar enshrines and reimposes the order of an all-encompassing universe of equality. Anyone can take a dip inside holy sarovar. As the faith which began in 15th century with the teachings of Guru Nanak Dev Ji began to spread, a concept of place of worship too began to take a formal shape.
These places of pilgrimage and as we call Srai, the resting places for travelers, were called Ramsals. He changed the name into Dharmsal. Now Dharmsal is used all over the world. And in that Dharmsal, Nishkam Seva was one of the things on which it was founded, and it was funded by donations. Whoever came brought something. And that was the beginning of the Gurdwara concept, because it was later developed more formally into a Gurdwara when enough Gurbani was available. When Gurbani was introduced into Dharamsala, it became a Gurdwara, which means Guru and Dwar, the gateway of the Guru.
Initially, it was a simple room named Dharamshala in a Guru Nanak Dev Ji's time period. So from there, there is a one very good connotation. Kar kar andar Dharamsala hova kirtan sada visova. So it's a structure wherein the kirtan used to play. All the sangat that used to come, sit there, they used to enjoy the kirtan, to join with the Almighty. So it reformed its meanings when the scripture was ready. And when the scripture was ready, the first structure of Harmandir, that was also ready.
And it was in this holy pool of nectar, with the foundation of Sri Harmandir Sahib, the holiest of holy abode of God, was laid. As per the records in Sikh history, Guru Arjan Dev invited a Muslim ascetic, Hazrat Mian Mir, to lay the foundation stone of this beautiful edifice in the year 1589. The Grand Temple, which is today visited by thousands every day, was finally built on August 16, 1604, when Sri Guru Granth Sahib, the last and eternal Guru of Sikh faith, was installed inside the temple complex.
Now when Guru Arjan Dev was editing and compiling all the banis of all the Gurus, all the Bhagats and all the Bhatts, then that Gurbani was actually registered in the scripture. The time frame when it was being edited, it coincides with the time frame when the structure of Harmandir that was started and completed, because the first Prakash of Guru Granth Sahib was there in 1604 inside the Sanctum Sanctorum, that's Sri Harmandir Sahib.
श्री गुरु ग्रंथ साहब जो है वो केवल ते केवल सिख गुरु साहबान की उसमें बानी नहीं है। गुरु ग्रंथ साहब के हम सामने झुकते हैं, हम हमारे लिए लिविंग गुरु है, हम उसको गुरु के रूप में मानते हैं, पर उसके 36 कंट्रीब्यूटर हैं। 36 कंट्रीब्यूटर में इस्लाम के कंट्रीब्यूटर भी हैं, हिंदुज़म के भी हैं, सभी दिशाओं के भी हैं। जो हरमंदिर का कंसेप्ट है, जो बेस्ड है, वो यूनिवर्सल ब्रदरहुड पे है। यूनिवर्सल ब्रदरहुड है, इक्वलिटी है। हमारा जो इस पे आने का मैसेज है वो मानवता के लिए, सभ्य मानवता के लिए एक ही है।
But it was not until the 19th century the shrine was also referred to as a golden temple. Maharaja Ranjit Singh, the founder of Sikh Empire, a confederate of 12 autonomous Sikh misl, had commissioned the rebuilding of temple complex with marble and copper in the year 1809. The dome over its sanctum sanctorum was overlaid with gold foil in the year 1830, leading the grand shrine to be also called as the Golden Temple.
He has himself said, I am a humble servant of the Guru, and I feel impelled to do something by way of my service to thee. So this is what he has done. He is historically, if you study it properly, the only secular ruler so far in the country, because he contributed so much of gold for Hindu temples here and there, all over the place. And in more occasions than one, he was found to be guilty of certain misconduct, and he had to appear before the Akal Takht and take the punishment.
Maintaining this nearly 200-year-old grand work of art is a highly trained force of selfless volunteers, Guru Nanak Nishkam Sevak Jatha of UK.
ਪ੍ਰਵਾਨ ਹੋਇਆ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦ ਸੰਗਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਰਤਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਆਗਿਆ ਬਖਸ਼ੋ ਅਤੇ ਸੇਵਾ ਆਰੰਭ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਆਗਿਆ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰੋ ਸੁਖ ਹੋਵੇ ਨਾਮ ਚੇਤੇ ਆਵੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਸਰਬੱਤ ਲਾਹੇਵੰਦ ਹੋਵਣ ਨਾਨਕ ਨਾਮ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਭਾਣੇ ਸਰਬੱਤ ਦਾ ਭਲਾ
95 ਚ ਦਰਬਾਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੀ ਉਹ 99 ਤੱਕ ਚੱਲੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਸੋਨੇ ਦੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਮੀਨਾਕਾਰੀ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਹੋਈ ਜੇ ਚ ਲਗਭਗ 100 ਵਰਕਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਸੀਗਾ 15-20 ਸੋਨਾ ਲਾਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਕੁੱਟਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਔਰ ਬਾਕੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ कॉपर वर्क करने वाले कॉपर जो जर्मन से आता था अच्छी क्वालिटी का और आहिस्ता आहिस्ता वो पोर राउट पहला हो चुका था उसको रिप्लेस करके हमने सोने का सारा काम 4 साल में मुकम्मल किया.
The group, which is based in Birmingham, UK, did the entire external gold gilding of Sri Harmandir Sahib over a period of 4 years from February 1995, and since then, from 1999, have been performing this highly skilled service.
साल बाद हम सेवा करते हैं क्योंकि पोल्यूशन से और जो जानवर बैठते हैं उसकी जो गंदगी होती है उससे ख़राब हो जाता है. हमारे जो टीम आती 30-40 मेंबर हेडक्वार्टर से आते हैं बर्मिंघम से वो अपनी वॉलंटरी सेवा करते हैं दिलो जान से और बड़ी मेहनत से करते हैं और आम तौर पर हम 1 साल के बाद करते हैं.
सेवा जिस तू आप कराए.
Among the multitudes of buildings and gurudwaras inside the Grand Sri Harmandir Sahib complex, the Gurudwara of Baba Buddha Ji, a contemporary of Guru Nanak Dev Ji and the first Granthi of Harmandir Sahib, lies in the southern flank. Opposite his Gurudwara stands his 400-year-old berry tree. The tree bears the golden fruit still, and lucky are the ones who gets blessed with the fall of the fruits. The layout and positioning of Sri Harmandir Sahib to carries the significance of humility and equality. Built at a level lower than the surrounding cross-section of ornate marble floor called Parikrama, the holy shrine has it all 4 sides open, signifying and assuring the devotees and persons from every walk of life that they are all welcome in this abode of Almighty.
Tank that is around it is very, very large. It is nearly 500 feet one way and almost the same dimension the other. And the shrine is only very, very small, about 70 feet of dimension, which means The idea of humility is still there. You don't build a big one to awe people, but one which is really required. And requirement is that the Guru now is the Granth Sahib, and you need a space where to put it, and then a structure as big as necessary and no more.
हरमंदर हरि का मंदिर, इसकी साजना जो है वो बानी में संदेश आता है कि हर मंदिर हर साजिया हर बसे जिस नाल पे हरमंदर परमात्मा ने ही साजा है, परमात्मा के ही स्थान है जिसमें कोई भी आ सकता है। तो हर समय परमात्मा की ही सिर्फ सलाह इसमें होती है, किसी भी मनुष्य की भी अरदास भी नहीं हो सकती। समुची मानवता की अरदास तो होती है, सरबत का भला तो मांगा जाता है, पर किसी व्यक्ति विशेष की अरदास भी नहीं हो सकती, क्योंकि मनुष्यता का धर्म मंदिर है।
As much a place of worship, the Grand Temple complex is also an architectural marvel. Standing on the shore end of the causeway leading to Sri Harmandir Sahib, this arched door called Darshana Deori gives the first closer glimpse of the divine temple. The arch is dressed with continuous fresco of flowers, leaves and birds, with windows with arched frames at its upper side. The gateway too has its share of golden work with gilded panels, not just adding to its beauty, but also embossing the messages from the Holy Scripture.
In Scripture, and that's in Japji Sahib, there are 38 verses, 38 padiyan. You have a one shlok, you have a Mool Mantra. The one shlok is, say, if we combine it with the scripture and the structure, you have one side, you have the Darshani Deori of Sri Harmandir Sahib, to the complete causeway and the structure of Harmandir. Now, when the structure of Harmandir is concerned, it comprises of 9 quadrants. All these 9 quadrants represent 9 qualities of the Supreme Being registered as Mool Mantra, right, starting from Ek Onkar to Guru Prasad. Now, all the 38 bodies, that's causeway, is actually equivalent to 38 arches underneath the causeway. So we have 38 arches and we have 38 bodies to reach the Supreme Being.
The ornate gateway is connected with Sri Harmandir Sahib with this 202 feet long causeway. Measuring 21 feet wide, the causeway is packed with devotees throughout the day, waiting in absolute discipline, yet in an eternal yearning to have a view of the Sanctum Sanctorum.
The total path we travel from one shlok, the last shlok, Pavan Guru Pani Pita, to the first shlok, that's Mool Mantra. It is divine relationship of 38 bodies to the 38 arches. It could have been 35, it could have been 40, but why 38? Not just there. Even under the Harmandir complete, it's again 38. So it is actually thought of by the Guru that no, this is not a simple space. This is not something that happened accidentally. It has some logics, it has some emotions, it has some correlations.
The sanctum is also surrounded with an irregular hexagonal shaped circumambulatory path termed Pardakshina, which leads to Har Ki Pauri or the steps of God, a holy space where devotees queue up to collect water from the Sarovar. And it's here, inside this holy space, the pilgrim to Sri Harmandir Sahib reaches its apex point. The three-floor temple, where a regular recital of Guru Granth Sahib blends the air and everlasting fragrance of piety, calm and fulfillment.
Before you enter the Darshini Deodi, you leave all your worldly things behind and then enter, because now this is the journey from here to there, and you reach the Sachkhand.
If we draw a perspective from sitting inside, sitting behind the Prakash Asthan, and we join that line, straight line, to the structure of Akal Takht on the other side of the Sri Deodi. From the Akal Takht, you are able to see Guru Granth, but when Guru Granth is there, and the person who is sitting right behind it can't see Akal Takht, because when you are inside the shrine with the God, there is no worldly king. So that's my favorite area, that's my personal favorite area, wherein the fourth Guru, the fifth Guru and the sixth Guru, they together design the whole campus in such a way that it makes a remarkable experience to be in that space.
On a jewel-studded platform in pious clothes lies the Adi Granth, the sacred scripture followed by the Sikhs worldwide. It is this eternal joy the devotees yearn to experience. The long wait to be in the ultimate abode of God concludes here. Built with a marble stone and golden dome or a gumbaz atop, covered with cross-section of 4 smaller domes or mumties, the sanctum's design is termed to have created an independent Sikh school of architecture, a rich amalgam of Hindu and Muslim school of elaborate design.
In all religious architecture, especially in this country and elsewhere also, but here because domes were used as a roof over the place, you would have noticed that in order that the dome is seen from a distance, it has to be raised on a structure called the drum. And if you visit Taj Mahal next time, you should notice this, that it is raised, the dome, central dome is raised on a structure which is nearly 3-4 stories high. And this experimentation went on for a century or more before they could actually develop how high it should be put in order to be seen. And that is how Taj Mahal is a paragon of architectural beauty. Now, in the case of Golden Temple, this problem was solved in a very different way. they chose the elliptical dome, not the onion shaped dome, but a dome which sat low, but put it in such a way that it need not be raised as high as in other cases. So it is a natural low sitting dome, and it can still be seen from all over the place.
While the Kasbache's Chhajja and golden roof is visible even from a far distance, a visual treat of beautiful Pietrodora and fresco awaits inside, imparting the narratives and teachings of one of the most modern religions in the world today.
The lower part is in white marble, the upper is golden, which means it also points directly to one very esoteric principle, that as you move higher in your consciousness, it's a kind of a golden experience. The higher is more enriching.
As far as the dimensions are concerned, it's very clear. The white part is actually the 1/3 of the complete elevation of facade. 2 parts are governed in gold, 1 part is in marble. It may be some kind of a transition of the visual appearance from the earth to metal to heaven.
Surrounding the wider periphery of Sri Harmandir Sahib run several buildings of religious and spiritual importance. One of them is Sri Akal Takht Sahib, or simply the Akal Takht.
अकाल तख्त इज सीट ऑफ सिख सॉवरेंटी, सिख प्रभुसत्ता का केंद्र है। इसकी जो सर्जना की है वो गुरु हरगोबिंद साहब पातशाह ने की है, 1606 में की थी। इससे जो मैसेज आता है, यहीं पर अरदास तो हर कोई कर सकता है, दर्शन कर सकता है, पर यहीं पर जो सिख समुदाय है, सिख कौम है, सिख रिलीजन है, उसको मैसेज जो दिया जाता है वो सिख कौम को मानना ही पड़ता है। यहाँ से जो मैसेज आएगा वो दुनिया भर में, ब्रह्मांड में कहीं भी सिख बसता होगा उसको मानना पड़ेगा। ये सिख सीट ऑफ अथॉरिटी है।
Literally meaning a timeless throne, the seat of an almighty. The grand edifice opposite Darshini Devri, originally known as Akal Bunga, was founded by 6th Sikh Guru, Guru Har Gobind. The Akal Takht is also a symbol of political sovereignty of Sikhs, a place where spiritual and temporal concerns of the followers and believers are addressed. Every day Guru Granth Sahib is brought to this holy room called Kotha Sahib for a night rest after the sunset, in an elaborate ceremony where the holy scripture is carried on a palanquin, a palki.
ਪਿਆਰ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ।
when they bring the Guru Granth Sahib for installation every morning, there is a great ceremony about it, and there was so much of rush, and everyone is involved. And they say that even in that crowd, when you don't know really what you are doing, hustle and bustle and everything, but there is still some discipline, and people are taking Guru Granth Sahib as a living Guru to the place for installation. They say something happens. I think it is worth experiencing.
And with the stroke of the sunlight, the holy scripture is brought back to Sri Harmandir Sahib. Besides being the highest seat of Sikh sovereignty, Akal Takht is also a tale of perseverance and rising from the challenges. Though the religious complex had come under siege few times in the past, it was the Operation Blue Star in 1984 which caused severe damage to Akal Takht and several other buildings of the complex. It took painstaking efforts of the community to rebuild the temple complex and repair several of the damages. However, some buildings in the complex has been left in the state of pockmarked with bullet holes. As a reminder of the tragedy, something that is often referred to as one of the darkest chapters, not just in Sikh faith, but in the history of independent India. Another space telling the tale of community's perseverance and zeal to defend is Bunga Ramgarhia, a 3-floored structure with 2 tall minarets on each side. Predating Maharaja Ranjit Singh era, the Bunga was built at the time of Jassa Singh Ramgarhia, a chieftain of one of the 12 Sikh Misl, with the purpose to watch out the invading armies. Inside its lowest floors installed is a slab of Mughal emperor throne, which was installed after Jassa Singh Ramgarhia's Sikh army had defeated the Mughals in Delhi. Valor defended the devotion, and devotion led to service. The principle so vivid in the shining space of Sri Harmandir Sahib. Every day, thousands of devotees and ordinary women and men come to Sri Harmandir Sahib to surrender themselves in the service of humanity. From cleaning the temple complex to simply offering a cup of water to the devotees.
मेरा ना सवेरे मॉर्निंग ड्यूटी ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਜੌਬ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਜੌਬ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਸਿੱਧੇ ਬਾਬਾ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਮਿਹਰ ਨਾਲ ਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਜੀ ਉਦਮ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਸੇਵਾ ਲਈ ਹਾਜ਼ਰੀ ਲਵਾ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਮਿਹਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਘੰਟਾ ਅੱਧਾ ਘੰਟਾ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਹੋ ਸਕੇ ਕਰ ਲਈਦੀ। ਇਹ ਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਜੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਤੇ ਮਿਹਰਬਾਨ।
It is voluntary seva, voluntary service, but it is really threefold: body, mind, and soul. When we call it nishkam, it is not just nishkam in that sense. It operates at three levels. The first, the bodily level, that if you don't understand the profundity of thought behind what you are being told, you just serve. You clean the utensils, or clean the floor, or do something else, bring something, or even take care of the shoes, footwear. So this is at the body level. But if you are educated and can use your mind for doing this kind of service, you teach people, give the light of knowledge. So that is at the mental level. And the spiritual level is really generosity of spirit, in which you give without any idea of getting something in return. It is a philanthropy of a different kind.
But it is at Guru Ramdas Langar Hall, world's largest community kitchen, functions like a well-oiled management machinery.
ਇੱਥੇ ਜੋ ਆ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੁਝ EMPLOYEE ਹੈ ਜੋ ਡਿਊਟੀ ਨਾਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੇ ਭਾਵਨਾ ਕਦੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਹੋਵੇ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ, ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਿੰਦੂ ਵੀ ਆ, ਮੁਸਲਮਾਨ ਵੀ ਆ, ਹਰ ਧਰਮ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਔਰ ਹਰ ਧਰਮ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਹੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਨਾਲ। ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਨਹੀਂ, ਆਪਣੀ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਨਾਲ ਕੋਈ ਝਾੜੂ ਦੇ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ, ਕੋਈ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦਾ ਪਕਾ ਰਿਹਾ, ਕੋਈ ਵਰਤਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ, ਕੁਛ ਹਰ ਕੋਈ ਆਪੋ ਆਪਣੀ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਨਾਲ ਸੇਵਾ ਭਾਵਨਾ ਨਾਲ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਆਪਣੀ ਮਨ ਦੀਆਂ ਮੁਰਾਦਾਂ ਪੂਰੀਆਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਂਦਾ।
With 2 dining halls having a combined capacity of 5,000 people, every day nearly 1 lakh people are fed plateful of meal.
गुरु नानक देव जी ने हमें एक मैसेज दिया कि हमने संगत करनी है, हमने पंगत करनी है। संगत का भाव है बराबरता। संगत में कोई भी भगवान का नाम जो है संगति रूप में ले सकता है, पंगत में बैठकर प्रसादा सक सकता है। पंगत का अर्थ भी इक्वलिटी से है। यहीं पर डेली एवरेज जो सचखंड श्री हरमंदिर साहब में लंगर छकते हैं गुरु रामदास के लंगर में, जिसको हम कम्युनिटी किचन बोलते हैं, वर्ल्ड की सबसे बड़ी कम्युनिटी किचन है। इसमें एवरेज 1 लाख लोग प्रसाद सकते हैं। 1 लाख डेली एवरेज ये प्रिपेयर किया जाता है। संगत सेवा करती है, हमारे एम्प्लॉइज भी कम करते हैं मैनेजमेंट की तरफ से, सचखंड हरमंदिर साहब की तरफ से। पर जो सभी का भाव है सेवा भाव है, क्योंकि लंगर के प्रेपरेशन के लिए भी हम सेवा करते हैं, लंगर बांटने में भी सेवा करते हैं, लंगर के जो बर्तन हैं उनको धोने के लिए भी सेवा होती है। ये एक स्कूल ऑफ सेवा है।
Langar, which today forms a significant component of Sikh faith, began with the inception of the religion itself. It is said that Guru Nanak Dev Ji's father gave him 20 rupees for a profitable business. Instead, Guru Nanak Ji used the money to feed the impoverished, considering it to be a true bargain. Today, free langars are served at all Sikh Gurudwaras, wherever they may be in the world.
ਅਸੀਂ ਜੀ ਸਾਡਾ ਜੋ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਦਰਬਾਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸੱਚਖੰਡ ਜੋ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਆਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਹਨ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਜੋ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦਾ ਤਿਆਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਸਵੇਰ 7:30 ਵਜੇ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਹੋਣ ਉਪਰੰਤ ਲੰਗਰ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸਵੇਰੇ 7:30 ਵਜੇ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਲਗਾਤਾਰ ਕੰਟੀਨਿਊ ਇਹ ਲੰਗਰ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਅਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਲੰਗਰ ਨੂੰ ਤਿਆਰ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਮੇਨ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਮਟੀਰੀਅਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੱਚਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਾ ਹੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਲੰਗਰ ਹਾਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਸਾਰਾ ਇਹ ਤਿਆਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਆਟਾ ਹੈ, ਆਟੇ ਨੂੰ ਪਕਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਕੁਝ ਵੱਖਰੀਆਂ ਲੋਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਕਿ ਗੈਸ 'ਤੇ ਚੱਲਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਕੁਝ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਮਸ਼ੀਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦਾ ਇਹ ਤਿਆਰ ਕਰਾਇਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਕੰਟੀਨਿਊ ਮਸ਼ੀਨਾਂ ਵੀ ਚੱਲਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦਾ ਪਕਾਉਣ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਔਰ ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦਾ ਪਕਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਲੋਹਾਂ ਵੀ ਲਗਾਤਾਰ ਚੱਲਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਔਰ ਜੋ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਸਬਜ਼ੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦਿਖਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਕੜਾਏ ਆ ਜੋ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੁਇੰਟਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ 4-4 ਕੁਇੰਟਲ ਇੱਕ ਕੜਾਏ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਦਾਲ ਪੈਂਦੀ ਹੈ, 4-4 ਕੁਇੰਟਲ ਇੱਕ ਸਬਜ਼ੀ ਬਣਦੀ ਹੈ, 4-4 ਕੁਇੰਟਲ 5-5 ਕੁਇੰਟਲ ਇੱਕ ਖੀਰ ਬਣਦੀ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਉਹਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਤਿਆਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ।
But its sheer scale of the operation and number of devoted volunteers who prepare it with love and devotion that makes langar at this divine place very special. Quintals of meal is cooked in this kitchen, having both modern and traditional tools to prepare food.
ਇੱਕ ਹਰ ਸਮੇਂ ਇੱਕ ਮਿੱਠੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਖੀਰ ਹੋ ਗਈ, ਖੀਰ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦ, ਖੀਰ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦ ਕੰਟੀਨਿਊ ਲੰਗਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਹੈ। ਜੇ ਖੀਰ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਕੋਈ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦ ਮਿੱਠਾ ਜੋ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਹਲਵਾ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਹਿੰਦੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਂ ਕਈ ਕੜਾਹ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਲਗਾਤਾਰ ਖੀਰ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਉਹ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਹੈ। ਲਗਾਤਾਰ ਇੱਕ ਮਿੱਠੀ ਚੀਜ਼, ਇੱਕ ਨਮਕੀਨ ਚਾਵਲ, ਹਾਂਜੀ ਨਾਲ ਦਾਲ, ਨਾਲ ਸਬਜ਼ੀ, ਨਾਲ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦਾ, ਇਹ ਕੰਟੀਨਿਊ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਪੰਗਤ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹੋ।
It is this concept of selfless service which leaves volunteers as well as the great machinery of this langar deeply satisfied with an accomplishment. It's also a full circle of devotees pilgrim to Sri Harmandir Sahib.
ਉਸ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਦਾ ਸ਼ੁਕਰਾਨਾ ਕਰੀਦਾ ਹੈ। ਤੂੰ ਦਾਤਿਆ ਧੰਨ ਹੈ, ਤੂੰ ਆਪ ਕਰਾਉਣ ਵਾਲਾ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਉਹ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਕਰਾਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਜੋ ਅੱਛਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਮਨ ਨੂੰ ਸਕੂਨ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸੇਵਾ ਭਾਵਨਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਿ ਜੋ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਹਰ ਕੋਈ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਜਾਵੇ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦਾ ਜੋ ਪੰਗਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਹਰ ਧਰਮ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਛਕਦੇ ਆ, ਚਾਹੇ ਕੋਈ ਕਿਸੇ ਧਰਮ ਦਾ ਹੈ, ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜੋ ਛਕਦੇ ਮਨ ਨੂੰ ਵੇਖ ਕੇ ਬੜੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਦੇ ਦਰ ਤੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਲੰਗਰ ਤੇ ਜੋ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦ ਛਕਦੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਛਕਾ ਕੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਮਨ ਨੂੰ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੋਰ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਔਰ ਛਕਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਇੱਕ ਲਾਈਨ 'ਚ ਇੱਕ ਪੰਗਤ 'ਚ ਇੱਕ ਸੰਗਤ 'ਤੇ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦਾ ਛਕਿਆ।
ਸਾਡੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਧਰਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਸੇਵਾ ਤੇ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਦੀ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਸ ਹੈ। ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਮਿਲਦਾ। ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਮਿਲਦਾ, ਸਿਮਰਨ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਦੀਆਂ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ਾਂ ਮਿਲਦੀਆਂ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਹੀ ਕਾਹਦੇ ਜੋਗੇ ਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਸਿਰ ਤੇ ਹੀ ਤੁਰੇ ਫਿਰੀਦਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਮਿਹਰ ਨਾਲ।
There may be no such day like an ordinary day here. Each day is full of events from usual to extraordinary. What begins with yearning to have a glimpse of supreme power completes with an absolute devotion, service, and atonement. Life comes here full circle only to begin for another moment for another devotee who queues up at the doors of Sri Harmandir Sahib.
But as a child, I used to be taken to the Golden Temple very frequently, in fact every evening by my father. So we went through many winding narrow streets until we arrived at and suddenly there was a blast of space, which really signified, although I didn't know how it was happening, that I have reached my destination.
देखिए, गोल्डन टेम्पल सचखंड श्री हरिमंदिर साहिब इज़ द सेंट्रल प्लेस ऑफ सिख इंस्पिरेशन. We get inspiration day by day, every minute, every second. Sikhs are inspired from here. Sikhs are living for Golden Temple. सिख का जीवन जो है गोल्डन टेम्पल से शुरू होता है. सिख जीवन की जो दात मांगता है गोल्डन टेम्पल से मांगता है.
Meditation done there for a 1 single minute gives you a loads and loads of happiness and inner peace. And whensoever I go there, the whole structure, it says, oh, you are here again. Let's do something good. Let's do something different. And every day there is a new architectural experience with the space and with the kirtan.
ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ. ਗगन में थाल राव चंद दीपक बन. तारका मंडल जनक मोती. धूप मलयान लो पवन चवरो. सगल बन राय फुलंत ज्योति. कैसी आरती होए पवखंड न तेरी आरती. अनहता शब्द वाजंत फेरी. सहस तव नैन नन नैन है तोहे को. सहस मूरत नना एक तोही. सहस पद विमल नन एक पद गंध बिन. सहस तव गंध एव चलत मोही. सब में जोत जोत है सोए. सब में जोत जोत है सोए. इसके चानन सब में चानन होए. गुर साखी जोत पर कट होए. गुर साखी जोत पर कट होए. जोत पावे सो आरती होए. कैसी आरती होए पवखंड न तेरी आरती. अनहता शब्द वाजंत भेरी. हर चरण कमल मकरंद लोभित मनो. अनदिनो मोहे आही प्यासा. कृपा जल दे नानक सरन को. हुए जाते तेरा नाम वासा. नाम तेरो आरती मजन मुरारे. नाम तेरो आरती मजन मुरारे. हर के नाम बिन झूठे सगल पसारे. नाम तेरो आसनो नाम तेरो ओरसा. नाम तेरो आस नाम तेरो ओरसा. नाम तेरा केसरो ले छिटकारे. नाम तेरा अंभला नाम तेरो चंदनो. कस जपे नाम ले तुझे को चारे. नाम तेरा दीवा नाम तेरो बाती.